What's going on, guys? Bringing you vlog number 6. Yeah, the promotion is over, but we aren't. Today, this is vlog 6. So the Vlogger in Paradise promotion for the Platinum Pass has come to an end with the 5 vlog entries that I did. This is vlog number 6. Today what I'm doing, I'm gonna go and play some cash at the Beau Rivage. There's I believe there's still this what do they call it, Cruisin the Coast going on right now. That's when people bring their older vehicles and they literally cruise up and down the coast here. People really love the spectacle of the old cars. I'm really not a huge fan, but I'll if there's something to be seen, I'll show you here on the vlog. I really like new tech. I'm a tech guy, so you know, my idea is a bunch of, you know, Teslas, you know, coming down the coast. That would be my ideal of a great time. But I really love tech. They love the old cars, so let's take a look and see what they might have to offer. You know, after the cash game going on here. I'm only going to play for a couple hours today. I want to get a short, sweet session in. We'll see. See ya. Session now has some crazy hands. I'm gonna go over these hands today, so figure out how I'm gonna do that. But there's 3 hands that I really want to go over and talk to you about. Tell you about the session. I lost 315 in the session. This is my first losing session since I've been here. I've had an even session, but this is my first losing one since I've been here. So, but to lose 315 in these situations that I'm going to tell you about, I feel like I won $1 million. So I'm going to go over those hands with you guys in a little bit. I'm out here checking out the Cruisin the Coast festivities, where they just chill out here, wait for cars to come by. So I'm gonna walk up here, walk down, walk back, and we'll see what we can find. See ya. It is blazing hot out here today, as you can imagine, down here in the Gulf Coast. Gonna head home, and I'm going to go over these hands for you guys. It's been pretty neat out here watching these cars go by. This Cruisin the Coast 2018. See you guys in a second with this hand analysis. See ya. What's going on, guys? Now I'm going to go over those hands that we were talking about from my session a little bit ago. So the first hand goes down. I am on the button. We have one limper from the hijack. I raised $12. We're playing 1-3 with ace 9 suited of spades. I get one caller from a very, very aggressive player. Okay, he just calls me. The limper folded. The caller came from the big blind. The flop comes. It comes ace 9 7 with one spade. Dream flop versus a aggressive player. He fires into me $25, which is not out of character for him because he likes to do those dunk bets. I've noticed him. I've been playing him since I've been here. It's the same people over and over, which is kind of a drag. But I have played him since I've been here. So I immediately raised to 60, trying to make him put in the rest, put it all in with like an ace queen, ace king, ace jack, overplaying his hand completely. And I think he will do that because he's very aggressive. He then shoves all in. I snap him off. What do you think he has, this very aggressive player? You won't believe it. Pocket sevens. Oh, man, that was $300. I put in $320 on the flop. Well, pre-flop and on the flop. I had $320 to start the hand. And we got it all in on the ace 9 7 board, basically drawing very, very slim, ace or a 9 to scoop it. It was really rough, so we wasn't able to win that pot. Obviously, he held. You know, I had to rebuy. I rebought in for another 300. You know, started grinding it my way up. Just winning little pots here and there, nothing huge. The next hand, I'm under the gun. There is a straddle in place. I'm under the gun. The straddle is $6. The straddle comes from the button, obviously, so I'm second to act. It comes big blind straddle, small blinds next to act, then it's me. I raise pre-flop $22 on the straddle. It gets around to the straddler who puts in the $22. A lot of people don't fold their straddle. If I have garbage, I tend to, if I'm in a straddle, I'm just trying to have fun, play a little game. But I don't really play too much garbage on the straddle. It's great when you have a big hand on the straddle. That is the key. That is why people straddle, because they might have that huge hand that will get paid off. But anyways, so he calls. I'm happy. I'm like, yes, let's get it done. Let's see what we can do here. He is not aggressive though. He is a very, very conservative player. So I know that he has a good hand. Because like he's a very conservative player. He's not like the other guy. The other guy, we get it in no matter what the flop is, because you can have anything. This guy, he's very, very conservative in his play. So when he calls, I'm not concerned because, you know, I have kings, but I am going to be weary if some action happens after the flop. And the flop comes king, jack, 4. So, in this rainbow too, no flush draws in sight. I'm very excited to see a flop so great. So, because he's on the button with the straddle, I'm first to act. I fire out $30. Like I said, I raised like 22 pre-flop. So firing out 30 is a pretty small bet, but it's meant to keep him in there with some of his good hands, so I can keep extracting value out of some of those hands as well. He makes the call. Then I'm looking at him while the turn comes out, and all I see is just Christmas tree just pop up. He was just lighting up like a Christmas tree. Now this could mean a couple different things on this. The turn is a 10, by the way. So it's king, jack, 4, 10 of diamond on the turn. Now it brings 2 flush cards because the king is a diamond and the 10 is a diamond. It could mean he just hit 2 pair, which is like with like a jack 10. He can have 2 pair now, thinking, hey, if I have aces, he's got me crushed. He can have a hand like ace queen that would completely have me crushed. And the way he lit up, it was very odd. So I thought that the safe approach to this hand would be to just see what he's going to do on the turn, and not me just lead into him and see what happens from there. So I check. He fires out 40. I said, "Oh, you got there, didn't you?" Trying to get a little read out of him and see what happens. Even though there's no way I'm folding this for 40. I can fill up no matter what he has right now. So I call the 40. The river's just a blank. I believe it was like a 6 of club. It was just complete blank. I check to him again. He fires 80. And I already knew. I make the call anyways with my top set of kings. But he didn't have the hand I thought he had. He had Queen 9. Oh my God. He got there with just the absolute the low end of the straight. It was just horrible. So losing that was a pretty hefty pot, especially after losing that huge pot all in. Those two pots have really, really, brought my emotions down. That was because I feel like I played them the way they're supposed to be played from the player that I was playing. I was supposed to play that other hand very aggressive because he was very aggressive and I had a monster hand. I was supposed to slow down and play this hand. Maybe I could have folded the river if I really saw the reaction that I saw. Maybe I could have folded the river, but that is a very nitty fold. Top set on a non-flush board and things like that. I shouldn't have folded. No, I mean, because he can have two pair and still feel that way in the straddle. He can feel like he has a huge hand in the straddle. He could have turned a set and felt like he had a big hand in the straddle. So, yeah, there's no way I should fold top set there. But it just sucked. All right. Final hand. Now this hand, this is a boss hand. I have to admit, this was a boss hand. This hand is a very, very strong hand. I feel like I played the hand very interestingly. Please comment and tell me if I've lost my mind. But let me set the hand up. You just have to know who you're playing against when you're doing things like this. So how this happened is the big blind. Okay, I'm in the big blind. The small blind. Oh my God. How this hand happened, guys, is the button. It folds around to the button. The button makes it $7. Like I said, we're playing 1-3. So he just lightens the pot a little bit. The small blind just calls. And I'll just make the call. I have King, Queen with the King of Club. I'm sorry, King of Club, Queen of Diamond. The flop comes Ace, 6 with 2 diamonds. Small blind checks. I check. The button bets $10. He calls, the small blind calls, and I am in the big blind, which the small blind can have this too, but I want to act like I have some kind of 6. So I raise it up to $30 on the flop. Button folds, and the small blind calls. So I'm a little concerned when the small blind calls. Now on the turn is a diamond. The turn is the 4 of diamond, actually. On the turn, now the small blind leads into me for 40. I double check my card. I look down. I do have that Queen of Diamond. So I call the 40, because now I have the King High with the Queen of Diamond flush draw. As soon as I call, this is where it gets crazy, guys. As soon as I made the call, he flips up his hand. Guess what he had? This is the turn. Guess what he had? He had pocket aces, for the aces full of 6s. I was lost. I was a little lost at the beginning, not knowing what happened. You know, talking over with my sister, I think I know what happened. He saw me. He's an older gentleman. He plays very tight. He, when I say older, he's about 65-ish. Plays very tight, and not only does he play tight, he's nice at the table. He's talking to everybody. He has seen me get destroyed there at that poker table. I thought it was just a mistake. While in the heat of the moment, I thought it was just a mistake. He thought the turn was the river, so he flipped his cards up. When talking it over with my sister, I really think that he was showing me, hey, don't put any more money in here, man. You've had a rough day. Don't put any more money in here. I think that's what was going on. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's why I feel a little bad about everything. But I said, man, you got one more card to go. And he said, yeah. And then he just left his card sitting there, the aces. Now we're both behind like $475 more. I know I'm behind $400. He's had me covered. So when I say both behind, I have $475. I worked my way back up to that a little bit, and he's at, you know, maybe like 800, 700, something like that. So he leads out for 70 on the 3 of Diamond River. Now, I put in money pre-flop, on the flop, on the turn, and now there's 70 out there. This board is very odd. This board is ace of diamond, 6 of diamond, 4 of diamond, 3 of diamond. So there's deuce 5 of diamond. There is 5, 7 of diamond, and there is also pocket 6s that can beat him. Now remember, I'm in the big blind here, so I don't know what made me do it. I don't know why I pulled the trigger here, but I just shifted all in. He said, how can you go all in? I show you the full house and you shove all in. And the whole table just stopped, because all of a sudden, this pot that was just a friendly, hey, I have top boat here, might want to get out the hand, has turned into me potentially rivering a straight flush or already flopping quads, and knowing that I can extract value, maximum value, out of his top boat hand. It came to me really quickly. I mean, it's not something I sat there and thought about. I just shipped it once I saw that the 3 connected with the other diamonds, because I really needed a win at this point. I mean, if he would have just snapped me off, I don't know how you can really snap me off, though. Think about it. How strong is that? When I know your hand and I still go all in, how strong is that? So he eventually made the fold, and of course I had to show the king queen with the queen of diamond, and he was just fuming after that. Gave me a nice hand, nice move, nice bluff, but he was really, you can just see it. He was really steaming after that. But yeah, I played another orbit or so, and then I left. Like I said, I still ended the session down $315, but that hand really made me feel like, hey, poker's being played, guys. I want to thank you guys again for continuing to watch the videos. More to come, guys. I'm going to Reno at the end of this month, and you're going to have some good views from there, because they allow you to record at Reno. I didn't last time because I wasn't doing this, but a lot of people were. They allow you to record there. They don't mind it because you got people like Jason Somerville and Jamie Staples and Andrew Nemi. A lot of those people are going to be there. So it's pretty amazing atmosphere there at Running Up Reno. And I hope you guys continue to follow my journey as I take you guys from Biloxi to Vegas.